Sometimes you start at the bottom, in the mud, but that doesn't mean that you can't make it to the top. I started with nothing but a dream, but it takes dedication, ambition, hard work to make your dreams come true. So I want you to ask yourself, are you challenging yourself? Are you? Like, nah, for real. Are you overcoming your fears? Are you being the best you can be at all times? If not, then you need to check yourself, wasting your time watching other people succeed.
When most people think of Kenya, they picture spotting the Big Five on safari or the wildebeest migration at Masai Mara, considered one of the 7 wonders of the world. For those who live there, it's a different story. Why are you focused on the boy child, as you say?
Anytime Satan wanted to destroy a nation, he went for the boy child. We may not look at it and see it as a satanic move, but it is. There is no way we can have the seed carrier in the gutter. And on the other side, we have women who are well-resourced, well-educated, and we have a boy who is directionless and is dying out in the streets.
Why are they in the streets?
They are from single parenthood, and they are coming so that they can be able to make a living for their own mothers.
In the palace for such a time as this, to rescue Kenya's boys from the streets, to love them, and to teach them that with God, there are no limits. He can take them from the pit to the palace.
Kenya.
Battle commence after the break.
Yes, I'm with Mr. Kenya.
Yes,
I'm going to ask you 3 questions.
Yes.
All right, the first one is, women are fighting for women empowerment now.
Yes.
Why don't you think men should also fight for men empowerment?
I believe that it's time we look at the whole entire thing as humanity, not as human, not as women, as men. We are all people, we all have equal rights, and we all should enjoy life to the best of our ability without considering the sex.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Unfortunately, discussions amongst woke gender activists generally pose the empowerment question as if it is only possible to lift females by bringing down males. Yes, historically, women have faced marginalization socially, economically, and politically due to cultural norms that limit their potential. Yes, affirmative action ideally aims to rectify gender inequality and achieve justice by redressing societal imbalances. However, a crisis in Kenya draws attention to the interpretation and implementation of gender equality measures. Videos circulating on social media feature boys expressing frustration with society's disregard for their situation and the disproportionate focus on the girl child. They question whether women's rights imply males have no rights or are solely responsible for societal ills. They also question a statement normally made that when you educate a girl, you educate an entire society, to imply that the same is not true of educating the boy child. The exclusion of the boy child incubates a vicious cycle. It leads to an increase in street children, illiteracy, juvenile delinquency, drug abuse, and low self-esteem. This manifests as homelessness, truancy, crime, and violence. Violence further contributes to gender-based violence, undermining women's rights. The chain reaction is failed marriages and dysfunctional families down the line. It's a twisted poetic justice, a payback to society for neglecting its boys. Society has prioritized the plight of the girl child, who is considered weak and vulnerable, to the detriment of the boy child who is considered strong, hence needs no attention. Ignoring the challenges faced by boys has led to the rise of anti-feminism amongst men on 2 fronts. 1. Anti-modern women's sentiments. Call it mansplaining or whatever other nonsensical woke term. But feminism at its purest form was about pushing for recognition and protection of the rights of girls and women. It was genuinely about women empowerment, and any right-thinking man who cared about his mother or daughter supported it up until it became radicalized by so-called modern women who demand A, the benefits of a traditional woman, B, the privilege of a traditional man, and C, the responsibility of a child. In other words, modern women feminists are perceived as wanting the power of a traditional man, the privileges of a traditional woman, but the responsibility of neither. 2. Anti-transgender sentiments. There is growing backlash against the total hijacking of feminism by woke ideologies that now favor empowering biological men identifying as trans women over actual biological women. It is disheartening that the movement, originally intended to empower our mothers, daughters, and wives, has been co-opted by warped woke ideologies that vilify and marginalize original feminists who made actual sacrifices for biological women and label them as TERF, trans-exclusionary radical feminist, or transphobic, despite their historical contributions to women's rights. For the record, there are only two genders, that is, male and female. Anybody who says otherwise is deviating from common sense, at least in Africa. In conclusion, misandry by women leads to more misogyny by men and vice versa. Society's development relies on embracing both genders. To do so, we must recognize that boys are suffering just like girls. The challenges may be different, but the challenges exist. Consequently, we must put resources and efforts into addressing their plight. Above all, ensuring boys have father figures and positive male role models is crucial. Absent fathers or those struggling with addiction deprive boys of guidance, impacting their development and behavior.
Isn't it wonderful to see this happening in Kenya? And let's just challenge ourselves. Can we have this happen in the streets of Chicago? Can we have it happen in the streets of Baltimore? Can we have it in the streets of your hometown? That you say, okay, let's go out there. Let's be mentors. Let's have good things for these young men to do so that our country's future is secure and secure in God. Take them from that ash heap. Let's have this be our prayer. Take them from that ash heap. Set them among princes. We can have this happen if we just say, this isn't somebody else's job. This is our job.